So today the topic is the affection of religion on LGBTQ population in Iran. I'm gonna start off the historical debate. The LGBT population has been facing a punishment of oppression in Iran to religious beliefs. They should be allowed to have rights and live their life without fear and being judged from society for their sexual gender orientation, which is out of their control. With society's support, they can have a better and healthier life. So the history of LGBT community in Iran goes back to 250 BC when Parthian Empire Zoroastrian text Vendida was written. Vendida, it was the text that included the detailed rules that talked about against the same-sex relation or activities, and also the sex between a human and animal, which if that continues, it called it as a guilty and follows by the death. Homosexuality came from the Greek tradition culture to Iran, and people followed that. Also, back then, we had a couple literature that they talked about the same-sex love and relation in their poem. One of them, Sadi Shirazi, was the most famous one. On his two famous books, Gulistan and Bustan, talked about the two same-sex love. As you see, that is his picture at the left side, Saadi, Shirazi, and the right side is a picture we just realized it also. I haven't realized this before. It shows the love between two men. Sadi Shirazi was wrote those poems under Muhammad Reza Shah's control and rules. Muhammad Reza Shah. So before revolution, we had Shah. Muhammad Reza Shah Pahlavi. It was Iran's last Shah. Shah means king of the Iran. Under Muhammad Reza Shah's Pahlavi, Iran had much more freedom. People could have hijab, not have hijab. People could choose which religion they want to follow. LGBT, being lesbian or gay, it wasn't illegal, it was legal. Also, in Iran, Tehran, the capital one, we used to have a lot of like gay clubs, and people used to go out for supporting and just having fun and everything. So under Reza Shah's rules, homosexuality also tolerated, even following by having a same-sex wedding. When Iran had the Shah, uh, people was like super peaceful and follow the freedom. That is his picture at the left side. That is him, and then the other one is him with his wife Farah. Farah is still alive. When Shah left the country after a few months, he passed away. Two one of the sons and one of the daughters also suicide because they couldn't get back to country and everything. But Farah is still alive, and I'm guessing he might be in England with with her sons and grandchildren. So some of their families still like alive. And this is the picture that showed how Iran was look like. Those girls and boys look like similar like here that school and students was like free to wear what they want and not having a job. And on the left side, if you see on the map, Iran look like a cat. And that's actually LGBTQ flag that Iran made it to supporting those community in Iran. So, revolution happened at 1979 when Reza Shah left the country and people protested to wanting the religion leader Khamenei back to the country. So, when religion leader came back to country and Shah left, Iran became Islamic country under religion leader, and then government leads the religion, which people all had to have hijab and follow the certain rules. So by that, then government having women, singers, dancers, including homosexuality population. So they killed by government because after Iran became Islamic country, LGBT count as a illegal. So homosexuality or a same-sex relationship it looked ugly behavior from the Iran government view, and they thought that they might lead to young kids to follow this ugly behavior. So in different years, from 2010 and earlier, there was too much, so many arguments, so many thoughts about it. But a lot of young children, or like older ones, they killed it because they was fighting for their own orientation and being having that freedom. The oldest one was the man who was 30 years old, and he killed at 2019 when he was supporting his love and his own orientation that he was a gay. LGBT faced a legal challenge and the death of being illegal. So the LGBT population has been facing a punishment and oppression in Iran to religious beliefs. When we had Mohammad Ahmadinejad, 2012, who was the Iran president, he said that, who has said that if you like or believe in doing something ugly and others do not accept your behavior, that they are denying your freedom. So I will count this as how Biden, he, and also US government and other countries' government starts supporting those population in Iran, and all Iranian people around the world start wanting this freedom. So as you see, the left is a picture of two gay men that they executed because of their orientation, that they've been protesting for having freedom. So Iran is an Islamic country, leads by the religion leader. So LGBT, I even don't say LGBTQ community because there's no community for them. There's no freedom. There's no any space, and society. And also, what I would say, Iranian people do not have enough information about what is gay or lesbian or transgender means, and is that really could be there's a treatment for it or not. But for transgender people, surgery to interest conditions have been practiced in Iran since 1930s. 1963, Ayatollah Ruhollah Khomeini wrote a book in which he stated that there was no religious restriction on corrective surgery for intersex individuals, though this did not apply to those without physical ambiguity in sex organs. At that time, Khomeini was a radical anti-Shah revolutionary, and he was fatwas did not carry any weight with the imperial government, so which did not have any specific policies regarding transgender individuality. But since then, like it gave a permission to transgender people to do surgery under certain rules, but they had to be accepted by the society. And that's also a new picture at the left side of people. I think the color of the umbrella, it's kind of not real. It might be a Photoshop. It doesn't look really real. But I show this because it's kind of a modern life, Iranian modern life with complete hijab, but supporting those people, which I think that they colored umbrella by Photoshop. Or it might be real. I'm not sure, but it shows the support anyways. So those LGBTQ people illegal under penal code, Iran penal code. But what is penal code? Penal code is a criminal code that documented that complies all or the significant amount of a particular jurisdiction's. So a penal code contains offences which are recognized in the jurisdiction penalis, which might be imposed for these offences some general provisions. These days also I found a very, very interesting information that I never heard about it before. It's about the Iranian gay mullah. So, as you might not know, mullah are those the religions Muslim people that they always go to the mosque. They never skip their prayers. Some of them they they don't believe Philisa music. For some of them, it's illegal. For some of them, being around the like modern girls, they're super straight to the religion. And this guy, it's a gay, and it's so interesting because it's impossible to be a gay and mullah, because in Iran country, if you're a gay, you cannot be a mullah, because they don't count you as you you can't follow the religious, because you are not a normal human. You are a gay, and that's ugly. That you cannot. So, and if he left Iran, there's a very 1 minute quick video. I found it from the BBC News. He left Iran to Turkey, and if he would stay, he would face the death or well killed by the government. So he left the country to Turkey because he really loves to be mullah, but also he is a gay, so he wanted to have that freedom to leave. So it's a 2 minute video. I would like to show that.
Taha brings me to a spot on Istiklal Street, famous for its gay scene.
Venues like this are new in Istanbul as well. Now we are sitting in one of them. On one side I have Taha, the gay mullah. On another side I have two Iranian gay refugees who fled from the country.
Ramtin left Iran a year ago and plans to get married to his partner. He hopes Taha will conduct their ceremony. For him, a gay mullah is a big deal.
It's very big. I'm very happy for this. چون ما تا قبل از این همیشه آخوندها رو به عنوان کسی میشناسیم که قرار ما رو مجازات بکنن، قرار ما رو پای چوبه دار دعا برامون بخونن. ولی الان من کسی رو میتونم ببینم کنار خودم که برای من خطبه عقد داره میخونه.
Farid, not his real name, left Iran 1 month ago. He is not out to his family and doesn't want to be identified.
Do you trust him?
واسه من اعتماد کردن خیلی سخته، چون که توی ایران توی جوی بودم که همش ترس و وحشت بوده.
خب این خودش عذاب آوره. از بعضی از افرادی که مثل خودم هستن پذیرش نمیشم.
Will Iran change?
خیلی اون روز بود. 100% اون روز رو من نخواهم دید.
The city of 1,000 mosques is Taha's temporary home before he goes to his final destination, Canada. His new life in exile makes him think about his future. Will Iran ever accept Taha the way he is, or is he too gay to be mullah and too mullah to be gay? Ali Hamedani, BBC News, Istanbul.